Hello and welcome back to Goldrush RP. So in the last episode we spent pretty much 2 days taking a bunch of pictures and not getting paid anything for it. So today I spent quite a couple hours off camera taking some pictures. I was trying to get the rest of these fossils because of course we got all the ones in this area, and today I went around and I got these three and then this one here, and then I just got this one here, and it said after I took the picture that I have collected all the photos. When I took the picture of this one, it says I collected all the photos and then I'm ready to turn them in. So I guess you don't actually have to take a picture of every single fossil, so that saves us a lot of time. We don't have to go through all of these, but it did say that I've collected all of them and now I am good to sell. So we are going to head back to Saint Denis, and again we should get at least, I'd say 1,500 to 2 grand, because again we spent around 1,100 or so on all the equipment for this. So we should be getting paid out, hopefully good. This will make all of our money back from the previous episode where we kind of wasted all of our money, and hopefully this will set us back on a good track. Oh yeah, I dealt with some wolves earlier, but hopefully this will set us back on track to where we should be, or should have been, before I waste all our money in the previous episode. But now we're gonna go turn this in, hopefully make all of our money back and a little bit of profit as well. At this point I just want to make my money back. It's been way too much time spent on this. I just need at least my money back at the very minimum. I think we're gonna make a little bit of profit hopefully, but yeah, it's been a real pain doing this. Probably the worst thing since I did the oil prospecting. So I am happy to be done with this and never think about this again. So let's head over to Saint Denis. I'll meet you guys over there and we're gonna sell off these photos, hopefully make a ton of money. Then we're gonna come back over to Armadillo, see if we can find Turner and get started into the ammo business. I will see you guys again once we're over in Saint Denis selling these off. And again, I hope that we really do get paid out good for this, because this took way too long, probably like 4 days worth of work to get all these done. So yeah, hopefully it pays off. I'll see you guys when we're over in Saint Denis. And we are over in Saint Denis. Now, on my way over here, we went through Blackwater. We went through, I believe, Armadillo a little bit. We went through, I believe, Blackwater. We went through, I think I stopped at Strawberry a little bit, like I went kind of near there. I went over, you know, just through this whole entire area. And multiple times I've seen people that either couldn't see me or I couldn't see people with the riderless horses. I tried relogging already twice. It worked for a little bit and then I stopped seeing people again, and then I could see people but then they couldn't see me. So it seems the culling issue is still a big problem, and for some reason I don't know why, but they seem to, I think they raised the player cap by another 10, so I don't know if the problem's probably just going to get worse from here, but guess we'll see. Oh, we have someone coming and I can't see them on their horse. Okay, so we're running into the issue again. Yeah, we it's been a real big problem. It's been really hard to get any good RP recently just because of the culling issue. It's been really hard. It's been pretty much the worst it's ever been. I mean, since I joined the server, it's probably at its worst right now. So hopefully later on we won't have too much trouble, but guess we'll see. But let's go over here and finally get this payout. Now again, this took a long time, so this better be worth it. Yeah, this better be worth it. I'm very nervous. I literally just, at least the very minimum, want my money back. Okay, just 1,500. That's all I'm asking. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. No. What? 25 dollars? You have to be kidding me. $25. Alrighty, we are back. It's actually a day later. After that clip, we ended up going around not really doing anything too interesting for the rest of the day, so I figured we'd just scrap the whole entire episode and restart today. So I want to teach you guys some interesting content, but pretty much just give you the rundown on what happened yesterday. We didn't do a whole lot of stuff. We kind of looked around Armadillo for a while for Turner, although we didn't really find him. We did run into a couple friends, but unfortunately we really had no luck finding Turner yesterday. And I also got news from a couple people around town that they haven't seen him in a week or so, so I'm not even sure if we're able to find him anymore, but I guess we'll see what happens. We also had a look over at Tumbleweed, as apparently recently it has became an outlaw town, although there really weren't running many people when I went there. So we might actually go back there today because I do have an interesting idea for today. But pretty much didn't find too much in Tumbleweed, unfortunately, either. And then after that, we went back to our home of Strawberry and tried to get some nice life advice from a couple people, since we were kind of lost on what we want to do on the server for a while, including our good friend Frankie, of course, who we've known since for a long time. We got some advice from the former gunsmith, who's now a doctor, and our good friend of ours named Monty, of course. And then we had a couple of our native friends also give us a little bit of advice. And then we ended up getting what the payment should have been. It actually should have not been $25. Yeah, we should have not got $25. We were supposed to get a bigger payout. Again, we spent $1,100 in about 5 days of our time on the photography, and again, we weren't supposed to get paid $25. We were supposed to get paid the nice big sum of, drumroll please, $250. So yeah, we're still down. We're still down about $800 from $850, I think, if I did some of that math right, from the whole fossil photography thing. Even though we did the whole entire task, and we were the first person to ever do the whole entire task, as we saw on the leaderboard. But whatever, I'm over it. I'm over it. I took yesterday off to you know, deal with yeah, the camera stuff, because that was a real pain. That took a ton of time off camera that really didn't equate to anything in a video. So that was very frustrating. But you know, that's all over now. I don't have to ever look at a dumb camera again. So I'm pretty happy to not have to look at that stupid camera ever again. But what I think we're going to do today is something very interesting. Last night when I was thinking, I was kind of bored, not bored of Goldrush, but I was just kind of didn't know what I want to do on here. But now that there is a whole kind of gray town, which again, Tumbleweed is supposed to be sort of an outlaw town now, what I think we're gonna do is actually see if maybe we can talk to the people who run the town and maybe even start an illegal bounty hunter organization. I think it'd be something really unique, and I haven't seen it done on the server. Of course, there is the bounty hunting, but that's only for criminals, or I guess that's only for lawmen who want to go catch criminals. This would be more criminals going after other criminals, so I think it could be something really cool. And I know some people will get into that kind of RP, but we're gonna head over to Tumbleweed, see if we can find out who runs the place, and possibly see if maybe we can get into starting some sort of illegal bounty hunting organization. I think it would be really cool. I think we just go with a name with like the Hunters or something like that, but I think it'd be some really cool stuff, and it'd be the kind of RP I definitely want to be a part of. So again, let's head over to Tumbleweed, where apparently it has become an outlaw town with no law, and I will see you guys once we are over there, trying to find the person who runs it and possibly talk to them about us starting an illegal bounty hunting organization. Alrighty, so before we go over to Tumbleweed, we're actually right below it at the moment in this little teeny town down here called San Luis. And we're going to quickly change into a different outfit, because I think we want to obviously, you know, keep most of our identity hidden. If we do see Turner down there, we'll of course, you know, be able to know it's him, and he'll probably know it's us. But I think a lot of people go by different names down there. They wear different things. They have masks on. So we're going to try and keep it pretty low key. So I think we're going to be changing here into a new little bit of a look. So let's change into something else, and I'll see you guys in 3, 2, 1. And we are done. This outfit took about, I'd say about a half hour, about $100. I kept going back and changing it. I actually really like the look of it. It's like kind of like a scarecrow. I think that's the name that we'll probably go by in Tumbleweed, is Scarecrow. I think that's probably good. I like the little, like, I guess it's kind of like a scarecrow hat, and then we have the eye patch, so people definitely aren't going to recognize us, hopefully, for the most part. I mean, our voice might be recognizable, but the rest of us definitely is not. I actually really like this fit. I think this will be kind of our low-key criminal, like when we actually want people to know who we are fit. This is what we're going to be wearing for that. I think it looks really nice. I think the eye patch kind of brings it all together as well. And, you know, of course, it'll make us just that much more unrecognizable. But yeah, I honestly like the fit. And let's head over to Tumbleweed now and see what we can figure out. And, oh, this horse doesn't like something. But let's head over to Tumbleweed with our new look. I actually really like the new look. We're going to be using this for all the stuff we do in Tumbleweed, again, since this is kind of more of an outlaw town, and apparently everyone wears masks there and such. So let's head over there, see if we can find whoever runs it, see if we can have a talk with them. All right, so we're almost there, but I actually think we're going to go by the name One Eye. I think that will be a lot better because then everyone assumes our identity. You know, obviously we have one eye, so if law ever tries to look for us, they'll be looking for a guy with one eye, and if we're in our normal fit, we're going to look completely normal, and of course have both our eyes. So I think we're going to go by the name One Eye. I think that will make it so if we ever, you know, get hunted by the law, it will be a lot harder for them to find us. But let's head into town, see what's going on.
Thanks.
Howdy.
Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Can you pop that mask off in town, please?
Oh, okay.
I appreciate your cooperation.
Let's go. Okay, so maybe this is not an outlaw town.
Aye, sir.
I was told by everyone that this was a mask-wearing outlaw town, but okay.
The only reason we asked, just so you know, the only
Sledge.
people.
Sorry,
Yo.
one more thing I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a public service announcement. You know about the
Yeah.
bath is not no one to go in it, right?
Wait, so what's
Yeah.
with the mask feel, you said?
It's very nice.
So the mask thing. Sorry, we just the reason the only people that wear masks are the basically the shopkeepers, the workers of the town, the bartenders, doctors, things like that. Those are the only people permitted to wear masks. Everybody else got to keep them down.
Okay.
And then of course the natives, out of respect for you know, for their practices and things like that. But other than that, it's kind of just an indication to know who works for the town and who you can go talk to.
I see. Well, who runs this town nowadays?
Nobody runs it specifically, but it is under a revitalization where a lot of businesses are reopening now. And us as a community basically are kind of keeping an eye on everything here and making sure that this place becomes kind of a haven for people to be able to kick their boots up and not have to worry about getting robbed or taken hostage or anything like that. So there are certain provisions in place. There are a few little differences to this town over some other towns. Essentially, what this town is meant to be is kind of a haven for outlaws, in the sense that most police know that, you know, they don't have to necessarily do much if they do see somebody or if something happens. What we're hoping to create here is basically a place for people to be able to come, kick the boots up, do their business, play a couple hands of poker, and not have to worry about, you know, a ton of law, you know, roping them up, breaking chairs over them and shit like that. So it's kind of a new thing.
Hey, but I was told to come here by I got a letter from a fella. It was signed as a Kingmaker, I think, something like that.
Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
Would you happen to know who that might be?
I do. I don't think he is here right now. Specifically, was he looking for you to accomplish what?
Well, go over some plans apparently, and I got some plans that I want to get into place down here as well.
Okay, fair enough. Then, yeah. What I don't see him here now. I'll tell you what. I'll send him a telegram for you. Here, let's come over here. Who would you like me to tell him? Because obviously here, not everybody's super comfortable using
Say
their...
Zay. He should know who it is.
You said Zay? Is that Z-A-Y?
Just Z. Just a letter.
Oh, just Z. Okay.
He should.
All right, I'll let him know.
Okay.
I'll let him know that you're here.
All right, so he just sent off the telegram, and he said that he's just going to wait a little bit, see if he gets a response before he talks to us, just so if he can get down here. But basically, someone had slipped us a letter a couple days ago that I didn't really get a chance to look at too much, but I read over it, and I'll put it on screen now. It reads out, "Dear Zavil, the first criminal haven has been established and would like to extend an invitation for you to visit Tumbleweed, and we can go over some plans for our beautiful city." And then it was signed the Kingmaker, so I'm guessing that guy might be someone who runs this town. I'm not too sure yet, but I guess we'll find out either if we see him, or of course if we don't see him, we'll still talk to the apparent gunsmith over there and talk to him about our plans and see what he thinks. So either way, we're just waiting a little bit for him to either get this Kingmaker into town, or for him to just come talk to us. Either way, I'll see you guys in a second when hopefully we're explaining our plans to at least one of those two people.
Hey Z, King's on his way. He said give him 10 minutes.
Okay, sweet.
Perfect. All right.
Oh my god.
Wait
a minute. Hold on a second.
Oh, friends reuniting.
I heard you were dead.
Oh, well.
I cried my eyes out. I thought you were dead.
Come on now.
What
A grown
the
man
heck?
crying? Come on.
You're alive.
Spare
What?
that shit. Come on now.
Oh.
Really?
You're what? I got told you got hanged.
Well, I'm like a cat. Got a lot of lives, I
Well,
guess.
hey, I'm happy I came to this town today. That makes me a lot happier. I thought all my friends were gone. I thought everyone was dead.
Let me just grab I needed to customize some guns. But,
Oh, yeah, take your time. All right, well, again, we're running into a little bit of a cooling issue, so we're going to take a quick relog. There's a bunch of people that can't see us. Hopefully, by the time we're back, we can talk to this Kingmaker and, you know, maybe get some stuff figured out. It is also nice to see that Thomas is alive. I thought, you know, last we heard he got killed, but apparently he was able to bribe them with all of his assets, which that really sucks. Like all of his houses and like camps and everything is all gone, but at least he's alive. Let's take a quick relog, and then we're going to be meeting with the Kingmaker, figuring out a little bit more, and hopefully telling him about our idea. Oh, I think apparently the guy we've been needing to talk to is finally here. Howdy.
Well, hello there, friend.
Are you the fellow who slipped me a note a little while ago?
I sure did. It's a pleasure to get you down here, friend. I'm sorry that it took so long.
Oh, no, it's no problem at all. I've just been running into some stuff here and there. I'm glad I could finally get down.
Yeah. I heard that when I had my ear to the ground, I heard some amazing things about you, friend. So
Oh, well, hopefully good, eh?
You're here, aren't you?
I am.
Come with me, friend.
Well, yeah, of course. Finally talking to him. Seems like an interesting guy.
Now, friend, I don't know if they told you about us here, but we're doing things a little bit different opposed to other towns.
Yeah, I've heard.
We are the first ever outlaw city here in the Commonwealth. Now, I don't really like the word outlaw, to be honest with you.
A free city.
Yeah, I think more of a self-lawed city.
Basically.
We have everything at your disposal. We have doctors. We have a full town of all your needs. Blacksmith, gunsmith, saloon, horse breeders, and horse trainers. Yeah, we also have a huge farming operation, and we are hoping to expand to the train company soon.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yep, so there is a lot of things happening here in the sweet and beautiful town of Tumbleweed.
I'm glad to hear it. This used to be my home long time ago, so I'm glad to hear some stuff finally happening here.
Right. So, my time in Strawberry, my time in Valentine, my time in Saint Denis. I have been slowly building up an empire of about 50-something people for the last 2 months.
Holy shit, that's quite a big number.
So, now this organization is all filled with a bunch of, we like to call them locals.
Yeah, babe.
Now the town here is a free town. You know, we hope that you would be able to sit down and enjoy a swamp with your friend. Being able to have just moonshine shine right down in the streets.
Sounds like a town I want to be part of, to be honest.
Well, sir, we were, like I said, your name has been spreading out through my circles as somebody that we would like to extend an offer to possibly come in and work on a few projects that we have going on here.
I would be interested. I also thought of a little project of my own if I want to talk to you about that.
I would absolutely love to hear that, actually.
So, I can put it out to my hunters. They can go get them for you.
Right. So, here in Tumbleweed, we're already a step a little bit ahead of you.
Okay.
Now, we have a thing here called the Peacekeepers. Now, the Peacekeepers here are the men that we have hired to come and, we'll say, supply services until we're able to maybe get the law involved, if you hear what I'm saying.
Okay.
But we have a thing called a marker. A marker is a blood oath between two men and is going to be recognized by a lawyer here.
All right.
And if you fail your blood oath, you are now banned from Tumbleweed.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the town of Tumbleweed will do our best to compensate the broken blood oath.
I think I get what you're getting at. I understand.
Right. So, now, what you're looking to do is actually something that we are trying to acquire because of the fact at the end, we're trying to keep our peacekeepers here.
Yeah, of course.
So we would be able to put the capital together to put such an organization together if you could find yourself useful enough here in the city.
Okay.
Now, your name means a lot outside of this city, but here it means nothing.
Well, here I want to go by one eye.
All right.
Something a little different.
So, with that being said, now project-wise, we have a lot of things going on. Now, there's also tons of job opportunities for those who seem it necessary to try something else. Blacksmithing, weaponsmithing, maybe even working at the saloon if that is something you are interested in.
Okay.
Now, as far as your security detail,
Hey.
we do need and hire peacekeepers. The peacekeepers here do get an hourly wage, but that wage won't come into effect in another weekly as we get the economy rolling.
Well, of course.
All right, so you would be willing to be able to come on for that, or just as a local itself and help out through the variety of projects as a neutral party in the city, as doing whatever is necessary to keep the city thriving.
To be honest, I want to do anything to help this city grow. It seems like, a spotlight like this has been something I've been looking for a long ass time. So now that I finally found it, I want to, help as much as I can.
Right, then that's why we decided when we were trying to bring somebody on who we were interested in. And like I said, your name kept coming up.
I'll get around a bit.
Yeah, my reach goes very far. I have a lot of fingers and a lot of things. I have a network of horse trainers, farmers, blacksmith, weaponsmith, bounty hunters, and all the everything in between.
Okay. All right, well, it sounds like y'all doing something good here. Something I want to be a part of again.
Right, and we are hoping that you would come along. And like I said, while you're here, you have complete protection of the city of Tumbleweed. Nobody can come in here, not even the law. Now, the law are allowed in the city.
No badges, right?
We asked them to put their badges in their pockets. That's it.
Yep.
All right, so you will see things like we have already recruiting table dancers, adult entertainment. We're going to be able to do swamp in the street, and
This sounds like a nice town. The more you're talking, the more I'm liking it, I gotta say.
I like to hear that.
Well, I guess my only question is then, as stuff's still developing and such, what can I do to help?
Well, what is, now we have a lot of opportunities here. Is there anything special that you've always had your heart on?
Hey, I'm sorry, King. I need you for just 1 second.
Wait, I need to think about that anyway. That's a big question.
Take time.
Yep.
Here.
All right, we're finally going to talk of King, but he's telling us what we want to focus on in the city. To be honest, I think I want to be part of the protection. I think it would be cool to be part of the protection and possibly to do with gambling. I would love to get into kind of maybe helping that guy in the saloon with the poker such, setting up poker tournaments, stuff like that. Maybe other kinds of gambling, maybe like competitive shooting events, stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool, or just actually hosting events in the city as a whole might be something really cool. And so we did host a ton of events over on GTA. It'd be really cool to start doing some events here in Tumbleweed, maybe become someone who hosts a lot of the events in Tumbleweed, maybe like shooting competitions, horse races. Obviously all this stuff would include gambling with it as well. It sounds like they already have something similar to what my idea was for the bounty organization, so we might lay off that for the time being. Maybe in the future we come back to it, but I think we're going to talk to them about possibly helping with the possibly gambling as well as hosting events here. I think could be something that we could definitely get into and have a lot of fun with, and of course end up with a lot of interactions with. Again, I think that might be where we want to go. So we're gonna wait for him to come back up here, have the final little talk with him, and then I guess over the coming days try and figure out how to get ourselves more acquainted here. This kind of town is something I wanted to be like to create a long time ago, but I did not have the resources. But it seems like this Kingmaker guy obviously does. So I think we're gonna wait for him, have a little talk about the events, and then over the coming days become more of a resident in Tumbleweed, get our name out there of One Eye, not Zavil, because we want to definitely keep our identity as hidden as we can. And I'll see you guys once we're having our final talk of Kingmaker, and I guess we'll go from there. Oh, they are back up here finally. Howdy again.
How you doing, fella?
Randy, can you give us a minute, sir?
So I've been thinking, I had a couple ideas. Now, obviously, I'm much into the weaponry, but obviously y'all go to gunsmith here and everything already. But I was thinking, and I do have a little bit of a inclination towards sort of events. Possibly running, I could start running some events here, maybe like horse races, shooting events, just random stuff here and there, stuff like that. But to go with all these events, I could host the gambling for it as well. So say we host a horse race, right? I can be the one where people can come to, put bets on different horses or riders, such like that. Or if we do a poker tournament, you know, I can host that, stuff like that. I was thinking about something along those lines. 'Cause I'm very much a gambling man, and I know a lot of people got a lot of money they like to gamble. So
Right. Well, I like that idea very much. I think if we follow that idea, I don't see there being a problem with that. So just kind of like a special events coordinator.
exactly. Get this town having some cool stuff going on, you know.
That's great.
Yeah,
Draw
because-
some people to the town. They get to experience the town in obviously its best sense, and then you know, maybe they decide to move down here, check it out more.
Right. Now, the one that I was thinking of, and I'll let you kind of hold on to this one for later.
Okay. Yeah, this could be
Moonshine.
as well once the town's a little bit more established, of course.
Moonshine wagons. All right. Do you know there is one that you are able to have another person on, kind of hanging off the back?
I did not.
Well, there is one moonshine wagon that you can buy where you can have a rider and somebody to hang off the back of it. But you're only able to use pistols on the back of that.
Okay.
So what about a good old moonshine race with guns involved?
Now that's a kind of event
Oh
that I
my
would see
God.
in Tumbleweed. Yeah, that's something more to lines of what I'd want to be doing, stuff like that.
And hey,
That sounds nice.
and look, right? What we do is you do 3 laps. The last lap is the death lap, where you're able yep, and where the firearms and such are able to be used. And hey, we got a full doctor staff, so what?
See, that's the shit, because we can't do that anywhere else. But here, we could do shit like that. More interesting, more fun, more exciting, more dangerous, you know?
Death race.
Exactly. Get people to bet on all this shit. It'll be quite the place.
Oh yeah, get a champion going and
Exactly. Market the hell out of him. Be like, oh, Big Billy, he's coming for his 5th win this week. Can he do it? Shit like that, you know?
Yeah, I like the idea and I want to move forward on it. And here in Tumbleweed, like I said, I have a network and a lot of capital to throw at that network. So we have the money and the access to push any project, pools, or anything that you need to make these things kind of move forward.
Oh,
Now, obviously, we want to do something small at first.
yeah,
Poker
make sure a
tournament,
little bit
yeah.
of a test run event, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So now I tell everybody, just give me a layout. You know, let's work that out. We'll talk about profit margins and gains and stuff like that. We'll figure out how to make you some money on top of it. You know, have like entry level, like entry fees and shit like that. This way you can actually make money off this.
Yep.
All right.
I'll spend the rest of today thinking about that, trying to get something really unique that people haven't seen before.
Please.
Are you gonna be around tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll have a conversation with you tomorrow. Are you gonna be around here, I'm guessing?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we can go into that if you would like.
Yeah, and just make sure when when you're in town, you have your mask on at all times. All right.
Okay, so I can have mine on now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
because it
sir.
competes the look.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Hey,
Looks a lot better with it
I was
on.
gonna hand you something.
Oh yeah, looking nice.
Oh, yeah.
And
Now it
then
looks a lot
I
more
just
intimidating, you
needed
know?
more.
Alrighty, so we just had a little talk of the Kingmaker, and honestly, I was getting kind of frustrated and, like I say, a little bored with Goldrush, but now I'm really excited for this whole new arc of us to be, part of this Outlaw Town and help run it. I am super excited for it, and we're actually getting some cool RP going on finally, so I'm very excited, and hopefully you guys are as well. But I think we're gonna end it here. We're gonna spend tonight coming up with some cool ideas for events. If you guys have any cool ideas for events that we wouldn't be able to do in any other town, make sure to let me know in the comments section below. But I think that's gonna be about it for good old One Eye for today. If you guys did enjoy and you want to see more of this Outlaw Town and the content that's gonna be coming from it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.